Rumors have circulated of the dire straits that the Shoni clan on Kyushu find themselves. I should not let this chance go to waste. The time has come for the Uesugi clan to rise above our rivals in the Hosokawa clan. I have ordered all of our forces to march to besiege Setsu. After they arrive, I have told Kagetora to leave the capture of Setsu to the Kanto Ronin, and rest our native forces in Harima. Now is the time. I have ordered Kagetora to march on Izumo. I hear rumors of gold, though I suspect no proper mining method will be discovered for some time. Along with this, it is also perfectly positioned to ambush any troops trying to sneak off Shikoku. The Battle of Bison was a success, a complete rout of enemy forces. Using our navy to blockade the south of Shikoku, what's left of their army can only fight their way out through Setsu now. Several clans appear to be on the edge of rebellion. The Asakura clan and the Nanbu clan appear to be particularly close to their boiling point. We might have to look into hiring a new mercenary company to ensure my realm's security. I've sadly had to order the withdrawal of our native forces from Izumo to put down the revolt brewing in Ichizen. We will capture Izumo in due time, but keeping one's own house in order comes first. Many countryside villages have been sending delegations to my court, speaking of minor lords demanding extortionate tax from the commoners. I've sent money with these delegations to help in the short term. In the long term, I shall be seizing land from these corrupt nobles to send a clear message. I've begun looking towards the wars happening in Kyushu with much interest. I wonder whether the Shimazu clan can dominate its neighbors or not. Since I am seeking formidable allies in the region, and the Shimazu clan being a warrior clan, like the Oda and the Tokugawa, makes them prime candidates, and I'm willing to put my bet on them. Word of Setsu's capture comes not a moment too soon, as the Asakura clan and Nanbu clan are rebelling as expected. Luckily, our native troops were already in position in Ichizen, but we will have to send an army north to Mutsu as soon as is reasonable. Treachery! The Yamana clan has denounced us, setting aside our alliance and connections by marriage for greed. This will not stand. Their blood will flood the streets. It appears that I could not have true allies. I must rule it all directly. On happier news, the naval battle of the Key Channel was a success. May our purge of Yamana be as so. Our native army marches south as our mercenaries turn about and converge on Setsu to catch the Hosokawa clan's army unaware as they try to retake the city. The Hosokawa clan's army has fled to Tango, their scouts making them aware of our advance. The Kanto Ronin has caught up to them far too early, fighting a pitched battle against impossible odds. But in the nick of time, our native forces came behind the Hosokawa army, pincering them and winning the day. Finally, with the Battle of Tango won, all of our forces march north to Mutsu against the Nanbu rebels. May we finally dissuade all these revolts. Word from our scouts is that the Hosokawa clan's route has taken them all the way to Kyushu. This being the perfect opportunity, I have ordered our navy to blockade them on the island, to make the capture of their land and the battles on mine easier. We have won the Battle of Mutsu. These revolts irk me. Execute the clan head, and bring the rest of the offending members to Kozuke in chains. Tokugawa clan rebels have raised their heads. Interestingly, they do not have the clan head's blessing. We will only punish those responsible then, especially considering their importance as a military asset. More rumors of rebellions in motion by the Shiba clan, the Ogasawara clan, and the Takeda clan. If this keeps going on, villages will have to burn to root them out. With the Battle of Mikawa finished, and the rebellious members of the Tokugawa clan handled, We cannot rest on our laurels, for the Uesugi clan have finally raised their arms in rebellion. My lady has made me aware of an offer of aid from her family. However, I must avoid debt to the Kuni family, lest they call it in at the worst of times. Victory over the Uesugi clan has been swift. All of the men who took part in this rebellion, along with the elders and the leaders of the clan who let this happen, shall be executed. May they find mercy in death. Norifusa Miyoshi can seem to do no wrong. He has yet again revolutionized our military, introducing not only new tactics, but also better equipment and standardization of our forces. We now use large rectangular formations of spearmen, reinforced by bowmen to the rear. To finish this off, our lesser nobles fill in the gaps between the lines, to protect our front line of spearmen from anyone who makes it through the wall of spears and arrows. I believe the standardization of tactics and equipment will help our consistency in combat. Sadly, in spite of all the good news, we are not out of the fire yet. I shall send the Kanto Ronin to finish retaking Mutsu, and to arrest all the men who aided the rebels. In the meantime, our native forces will march south to take all of the Hosokawa clan's land on Shikoku. I have also seen fit to hire the Independence Army, an apparent branch off of the Free Company meant for larger jobs. Sadly, their quality is equally poor. Finally, with Mutsu captured, I can send the Kanto Ronin to assist in the war. They will be sent to Izumo, where our native forces will join them for the siege. Bad news has reached me. A rebel force of the Shiba clan have ambushed the Kanto Ronin and declared an open revolt, killing the whole force and taking no prisoners. The Independent Army is now en route to quell this rebellion. Perhaps in the near future I will once again take to the field myself. Victory has been achieved at Uzun. Naturally, the foolish rebels will be put to the sword or sold to the Manchu tribes we have recently made trade relations with. Along with this, the villages that have aided them shall either burn or have their taxes increased as punishment for their impudence.
An illness has swept through the royal family. The Lord Daimyo on death's door has ordered to let the Bushi run the country till his son Ieyasu returns from illness. Not long after, Noritara passed, leaving the realm to Ieyasu.